Engine 18, Engine 23, Engine 5, Ladder 22, Squad 2, and Chief 2. 1400 block of St. Albans Avenue North for gray smoke from the window of a dwelling.
Engine 18 is on the scene. We've got a one-story wood frame dwelling. We've got flames and smoke showing on the outside. We've got smoke coming from the attic. Engine 18 will be pulling a pacemaker passing command.
We pulled up to the scene. There's smoke coming out of most of the windows, and there's flames on the outside because the fire had burned all the way through.
House was locked up, so we had to get in, and Ladder 22 forced entry into the front door, and then Jeff had the nozzle, so he went in first. Just kind of stayed at the door and pulled hose for him. And it didn't seem like that much longer, and then I could kind of hear the floor start to break apart, a crackle.
Tipped over, and then I realized there was a hole, and I was falling. So I let go of the hose line, and I don't know why, whatever, I spun, threw my arms out, and caught myself, and I had one leg above and both arms above, and my left leg was below the floor. So I was hanging there.
We got a firefighter down. We got a hole in the floor. We got a firefighter in the basement. There's another break coming. We got a firefighter down.
And then all of a sudden, flames were all around me. And I mean, next to my head, everywhere around me.
And then that's when I saw just a wall of flames come up, and Jeff was facing me. And then that's when I dove after Jeff.
Ian reached below me and opened up the bail, the nozzle, so water was flowing. And I was swinging that around with my hips and my left leg that was below the floor.
I knew we had to get the fire out, so I had to reach under Jeff because he had got the hose line lodged under his arm. So I had to reach under there, and I opened up the hose line so we could at least get the fire out.
It's pretty horrific. I mean, it really is. And, you know, engulfed in flames, and it's like, okay. You know, it's like, how long can I hang here? And because I thought the floor was gonna give way. And, but I knew first thing I was gonna do was gonna burn to death, unless we got the fire.
I was yelling for people to try and get to the front door. I wasn't sure who was at the front door or how many people were there because I couldn't really see through the door. So I was mainly yelling to get other people to come help.
And I could see ashes, you know, embers in the corner of the room and stuff. So I realized that the whole floor was pretty weak. And I thought the floor was going to give way.
All companies, firefighter down, firefighter down.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. We got a firefighter down at the front door. We're going to get a medic rig up at the front door.
And you think, well, this is somebody you live with day in and day out. This is the guy, you get under his skin, he gets under your skin, you joke, you cook. And at any moment, you know, all the guys think that they're going to go home at the end of their shift, but now something is, you know, happened to one of your guys.
I was holding onto a strap of his air pack. I don't know if that would have done anything, but just to make sure I wouldn't lose him. And then I just kind of stayed with him until everybody else kind of came.
And then Mike Mills came in.
Ladder 18, this is command. You guys can come to the front of the structure. We've got the firefighters down. He's still in the basement. We're going to need help getting him out.
We went to the front door to see what was going on, and lo and behold, seeing boots and seeing the struggle of trying to get Jeff out. Or black smoke. Can't see, I couldn't even see my guys as soon as they stepped to 2-3 feet in the door. Couldn't see anything. He was tangled in wires. I think Engine 22 was in the basement, and they were trying to free him from the bottom. And his tank was actually wrapped up in some of the wires. And it's hard to describe how Jeff's SCBA was actually wedged into the floor. So when we were trying to pull him up, we were working against where his tank was stuck on the floor that he fell through. I
thought, okay, well, they'll get me out. We'll just see how long this takes. And then I realized that I might run out of air because I could not get to my air bottle. My arms were locked off to my sides and, you know, hold myself up. And so I was, you know, if I ran out of air, it wasn't going to be good.
His toes pointed up, I knew it wasn't good, and so I just jumped in. And he was going down in the hole, and Ian kind of had a hold of him. I couldn't see who it was. I could just see the feet, and I grabbed onto the... It was pretty much black smoke, and then the flames came up around us, I think when probably a door or something got open and fire got a little bit of air and flames came up, and Ian was able to get the nozzle open and knock down quite a bit of it. And, our concern really was just getting Jeff out.
Lots of smoke. I couldn't even see into the front entryway. I wasn't sure who was behind me or what. I just saw a bunch of hands reaching in, so that made me feel better, knowing that there was somebody there.
We had tried to pull him out, just grabbing onto him, and that really wasn't working. He didn't really budge. And I remembered I had a Moorhead strap in my pocket, and I thought maybe if he was able to grab onto that or attach it to him, that would kind of give us a little more leverage in pulling him out, and ultimately that's what helped get him out.
I never saw anybody. I mean, I had a hold of Ian, or he had a hold of me, my arm, and I couldn't see him because of all the smoke. And so then somebody got in my face and said, here's a rope and a strap, grab on and don't let go. And I'm like, yeah, no kidding.
Not knowing exactly how he was trapped or if he was, you know, alive or breathing or hurt, we were able to get him out of there.
Everybody else thought I was unconscious because I'd stopped talking to try and conserve my air in my bottle. He's unconscious. I said, no, I'm not. And I said, I'm okay, I'm okay.
After they got him out of the hole, he refused to get on the stretcher, and he's jogging to the medic rig on his own. And the only thing that I could do, although I wanted to go over and go, oh, you're okay, and you know, I mean, yeah, good thing you're okay. You know, maintain your composure as a firefighter, but just give him a glass of water.
I guess it was only 4 minutes, but I was like, that was the longest 4 minutes. So it did seem like a long time.
Somebody asked me, you know, could you feel yourself getting burned? I said, oh yeah, absolutely. Well, what'd you do about it? I said, nothing. That was the least of my concerns. Because, you know, I mean, burn a leg is one thing, but, you know, dying is another.
You know, once the smoke started to clear, you could actually see the hole, and think to myself, what was holding him up? There's really no reason why he didn't plummet down into the burning basement. But you know, finding out what Ian had done, like somehow getting around him and reaching through the flames to turn on the bail, and you know, moving the nozzle around even though you couldn't see where the fire was, you know, keeping him alive, and Mike Mills not letting him go. This kind of made me proud to be a part of the team.
Great guys, so I owe them plenty. So that was it's pretty good that they were there for me, and I would be there for them.
And dispatch, St. Albans Command. Again, most of the fire's knocked down. We've got some hot spots. All firefighters are accounted for.